Do the Vernie Patty, do the Vernie Patty, do the Vernie Patty. Do the Vernie Patty, do the Vernie Patty, do the Vernie Patty. Do. Okay, I'm just playing. Okay, but that's how we bring it in the Vernon Patterson dossier from here on out. Okay, because you see, even the Vernon Patterson dossier has its own jingle. Okay, and it's just a testament to my greatness as an artist. Okay, who raps and makes music and puts out magazines and does podcasts and all is second nature. Okay, but anyway, let's get on with it. Defendant number 2, Danielle Marie Daroca-Bell, bar number 265746 of the Vernon Patterson dossier. Okay, check it out. Her role in People versus Michael Taylor. Court appointed defense counsel during the early and most critical phase of the prosecution's psychiatric narrative. Though outwardly appearing cooperative, Daroca-Bell operated as a key gatekeeper, obstructing access to sealed records, dismissing her client's procedural concerns, and laying the foundation for the competency ruse that was later executed by Vernon Patterson. Her summary of involvement. Okay, Danielle Daroca-Bell entered the Taylor case not merely as counsel of record, but as the first legal actor to interface with the court's covert psychiatric maneuvering. Okay, during her tenure, she consistently deflected requests for sealed orders, stonewalled demands for due process, and refused to challenge a PC 730 evaluation that had no valid order authorizing it. I mean, she didn't even need to challenge it. She actually facilitated that document. Okay, between summer 2023 and early 2024, Daroca-Bell maintained strategic silence while her client, me, Michael Taylor, documented serious due process violations, including being ordered to undergo psychiatric evaluation without lawful court authority. Her communications exhibit a clear pattern: minimization of objections, denial of procedural abuse, and normalization of irregular conduct. Namely, in an email that she basically, noted that she was only more or less willing to make non-statutory motions, okay, based on constitutional principles, but not based on actual statutory law. She exposed the whole system too and didn't even realize it. Okay, this is the result of gross incompetence. Okay, when your incompetence poses an undue liability on others. Okay. Despite repeated requests, Daroca-Bell failed to produce the sealed court order that supposedly authorized the evaluation, which led to Taylor's psychiatric hold. This refusal was not neutral. It enabled an unlawful deprivation of liberty that continued for months. Rather than act as legal shield, she functioned as an informational gatekeeper, ensuring that key facts remained buried beneath institutional privilege. Even when directly informed that a sealed order had never been served, she did nothing to challenge the record. Instead, she quietly transitioned out of the case, clearing the path for Vernon Patterson to inherit a procedural fiction already in motion. Okay, why is she defendant number 2 in the dossier? She was the first link in the obstruction chain, quietly affirming unlawful court actions with no written basis. She denied her client access to the record, sealing off the very remedy the Constitution provides. She laid the groundwork for the 730 fraud by refusing to contest an evaluation done without judicial authorization. Okay, her silence was not passive. It was legally significant complicity that allowed the state to manufacture a psychiatric narrative without lawful foundation. Danielle Daroca-Bell was not the executioner, but the architect's assistant, smoothing over legal violations with politeness and procedural misdirection. Her gift to the court was silence when it most needed to be called to account. Okay, now, because, what I'm saying, Daroca-Bell's facilitation of Dr. D'Angelo's PC 730 competency assessment, you know, Judge Clover uh, practically violated her own court order. Okay, and when we think about the fiduciary duty of attorneys, defense attorneys particularly, okay, she's the one that could have stopped the judge. Okay, and when I say stop the judge, I mean, you know, the lawyer is your lawyer, okay, your defense lawyer, okay, is the one responsible, okay, to represent you in court. Okay, and they're the ones who, you know, have the obligation, okay, to raise the concern and raise the issue where it's necessary. In this case, you're going to tell me a jurisdictional defect is not a necessary challenge? Okay, by Judge Clover violating her own court order, the court basically forfeited their own jurisdiction. How foolish could you be? Okay, and then you proceed if it's, no, we're not doing that. Okay, you lost the case. Okay, you quit the case. You forfeit the case. Okay, that's what you did. Okay, and you want to gloss over it because, nigga, you need somebody to be accountable other than yourself, even though you are rightly accountable. Okay, and Daroca-Bell's, you know, dereliction of duty, okay, cannot be overlooked. It was absolutely complicit. Okay, and you know, you can make the argument that not only did Judge Clover violate her court order, but Danielle Marie Daroca-Bell violated the court order as well. Okay, they both violated binding court orders, and they're trying to cover it up. Okay, instead of the system, okay, the court system, you know, holding that to account, okay, they're helping them cover it up. What is that? Okay, there's the conflict of interest between the fraternity and the Constitution, okay? The court right now has the balls to tell me and infer to me, okay, that the court violating its own order at my expense is justified, okay? You know, that's a conflict of interest, and the fraternity could be the only answer. Where else would they find this systemic complicit allegiance that's just too well coordinated between county, state, and federal? Okay, and you know, I can go on and on for days about you know, the level of redress I've been denied here. Okay, these bureaucratic deflections and these omissions and these you know, refusing to acknowledge receipt of my claims. Okay, I can just go down the list, but I'll let you check out the Vernon Patterson dossier because it's heavy, fam. Okay, and I'm gonna let you, you know what I'm saying, cipher through the evidence. Okay, but make no mistake, the Vernon Patterson dossier is a factual evidentiary record in People versus Michael Taylor, okay? We got to hold these people to account, okay? What started as a tragedy to me has, you know, developed into a call of duty to protect my community from public corruption, fam, and that's what we gonna do, okay? With no hezzy, fam. No hesitation, my nigga, okay? We coming, okay? If the judges are listening to this, I want you to know something, fam. It's a long way down for you, okay? And life is about choices. You made your choices, okay? The only choice you have now, okay, is to either come clean or get caught in the act, which you're already caught in the act and you're doubling down. So guess what? You know, you need to know, see, let me teach you something because I'm didactic, okay? So let me just take this time to counsel the California judiciary, okay? You see, you know, darkness is not a force. You understand? Okay? Darkness is the absence of force. It's the absence of light. Light is the force. Okay? Nobody says, you know, how long does it take darkness to travel through the universe? Okay? Instead we say, nigga, how long do it take for light to travel? You feel me? Okay, we talking about fundamental structural basis here, okay, that just knocks down your whole ideology completely. I know you don't like it. It's painful. Well, let me tell you what's painful, okay? Being charged with, you know what I'm saying, a heinous crime in violation of my equal protection rights. That's painful. Let me tell you what's painful. Going to jail, being around other criminals who, you know what I'm saying, more or less put themselves there, okay? And had the nerve to tell me, "Whoa, if you don't like it, don't come to jail," despite the fact that I was put there. Okay, now that's painful. Okay, let me tell you what else is painful. When you're forced on medication, remanded in court without committing a crime, denied access to the court buildings, calling, local police departments to remove me from court properties. Okay, all these things, denying me the ability to file written complaints, denying me the ability to preserve issues for appeal, like all of this stuff, fam. Okay, I'm going to end with this because I got more episodes to drop. We got hella defendants in this dossier, okay? I just got to say this, that, the honorable judge that we talk about, okay, has been withdrawn in this case, okay? The honor is gone when you broke your own sworn oath. Okay, so understand, your honorable title doesn't come just by privilege, okay? It comes with responsibility, my nigga. Inescapable responsibility. Now, let me tell you this. Let me end with this. Okay, you never get away with it. Okay, let me just tell you. Judicial misconduct, okay, malfeasance, okay, and abdication, okay, ineffective assistance of counsel, okay. These things are absolutely not without consequence, okay? Whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, okay? I'ma tell you, your destruction will come in 8 hours time. In 1 hour, you will have lost all things, okay? And you're gonna wonder how, but really God's providence gave you every opportunity to come clean, do the right thing, okay? And you refuse to do it. So this is the choice you made. You're now under judgment. It's beyond me. I'm here to help you if you're willing to be helped, but if not, hey, I can't make you drink what you don't want to drink. Yes, you tried to make me drink a drink without telling me what it was, hence informed consent, okay? I refused it. I refused to drink from a cup without knowing what is the contents in that cup. Okay, you're going to tell me what that is before I willingly and voluntarily drink it? And, if you infringe on that, nigga, it's you versus me. It's personal now. And, you deserve to be, put out the way. Okay, we can't have, you know what I'm saying, government officials out here representing public interest, okay, out here, compromising and preying on public, members of the public. Okay, I haven't been convicted of no crime. You did all this shit to me before the damn trial, okay, and you still think there's a trial. I laugh at that. Okay, there will be no trial, not in this case, not for the charges y'all charged me with, there won't. Okay, and that's what it is, okay? So without further ado, I'm going to hit y'all with the outro. And then, make sure y'all tune in to Defendant number 3 and listen to Defendant number 1, Vernon Patterson, if you haven't already. Okay, and so until next time, I'm out. Do the Vernie Patty, 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 do.